Adam Zig as judged for the CC contest in round number 2. Alright, a few notes about your feedback here. I am playing this course for the first time. I've not played it, and I just looked over your course thread to see if there were any condition choices, and it didn't look like there were. So I'm just going to jump right in. You're going to get feedback from me in terms of its design, in terms of its playability, and its suitability for tours. Okay, because I'm the CC scheduler, so that's part of my job as the scheduler is to determine whether courses are suitable for the CC tour. You've already gotten through 2 judges who you should get feedback notes from. There will be 2 more for the second round. I am one of them. And like I said, my main goal as a non-designer in this contest is to look at the way the course plays as a player and the way that it's suited for a tour event. Got some nice looking pictures on the course thread. I'm just going through it right now. Right, I'm gonna kind of speed but golf my way through this. I'm a PGA player that plays master clubs, so what I shoot on this course has no relevance for its difficulty. I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm looking for in terms of CC now that I've been scheduling for 2 years. So very clean, nice looking course here. Kind of a weird green shape, very flat green. This is something I haven't seen very recently in the last like 5 or 6 courses I've played, where the greens are fairly flat. Most of them are a lot of red or red around. That green looks pretty flat. Alright, we're gonna finish this putt off, and then we'll talk about a little bit about the variety of holes and what I look for in a scheduler. As a scheduler, 175 is perfect. Love seeing greens in the 170 as a scheduler. Makes my life a lot easier because it gives me the 3 options for very fast, default, or fast. Alright, let's have a look at the scorecard. So I'm looking for variety and lengths of the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s. Now you need to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt because I've not played the hole, so I don't know if they actually play differently or similar. Alright, I'm just looking at the scorecard for variety of length. So par 3s, there are 5 of them. I personally would like to see one a little bit shorter somewhere. 168 looks like the shortest. Yeah. I personally like to see at least one under 150 yards, but that's just personal preference. The 4s, so you're starting off with a bang here. 479, 515, 467. Same thing with the 4s. I'd like to see some shorter par 4s. There's no drivable par 4s, I think, on this course. And the 5s are 589, 673, 543 is okay, and 601. So all that adds up to 75. 58 is a par 71. I'm going to tell you right now that's probably way too long for a CC course. Usually I try and keep it around the par in terms of the hundreds. So like par 71 would be around 7100. And again, you have to take this with a little bit of grain of salt because I haven't played it yet, so it could totally play shorter, and then you can just erase what I said, and I'll tell you that when I play it. Okay, but just looking at the scorecard, it's probably way too long for a CC course, which is going to be a huge ding for me. But we'll see. You know, this is an interesting green right here. Again, a pretty flat green. This is a gigantic green. I didn't realize it was this big. Interesting pin there, for pin 1 anyway. I almost feel like you need a bunker right there, like in that little alcove. It just looks kind of weird there being an alcove there, because surely you just make it green. But having said that, my local course has a hump almost exactly like this and a green almost exactly like this, so it still feels like there needs to be something there, but it's not a huge deal. Like, greens are really flat, like super flat. And I could tell you right now, I could never use it on AM. It's at 7,500 yards, unless it plays really short. Oh, you've got trees in the way. And I'll refrain until I hit my shot. It's a little narrow for a long par 5 for me. The tree's kind of in the way. Not too bad. That hole played really long, and it's probably, that tree's probably right in the way for Pro Clubs players, which would create some serious griping. Right, here's the long par 4. And only 468 on the card. Again, it's a really narrow fairway for a long hole. It's very clean, though. I love the look. Go in. No. Missed it. Remember you had some course notes down below. I'm going to look at those real quick because I want to see what you said about that par 5. Hold on a second while I scroll your course thread. Narrow and double dogleg, trees in the middle of the fairway. First hole's all about the first 2 shots. Can you place your tee shot where you have a gap to the green? And so with that, right, again, with the wrong wind there, or pro clubs, I don't know that you do. And it could be wrong, and what happens is I will play this course again here after I finish this round to have a look at the different conditions, which is what I would normally do on a scheduling round. And I will play it as pro clubs to see what happens there. Okay, so, I mean, don't think I'm just playing it this one round and then scoring it. I'm going to go back and play it again to have a look. Again, a really narrow fairway for a 666-yard par 5. Like, really narrow. The fast will help there. It also, the wind also hurts in this case. Again, a really narrow layup here. We've got a pretty benign wind, so it works. I just hate as a CC player. I mean, a pro club player is going to get killed. They're going to have 170 or 180 yards into the screen with this wind. I mean, I have a 9-iron as it is. Too much wind on that, or loft on that. Alright. So you say that the 7th hole coming up is your favorite hole in the course. Bunker in the middle of the fairway scares off the short shot from the tee. What bunker are you talking about? That one? That's not exactly the middle of the fairway. What bunker are you talking about? Has to be that one over there on the right. It does look out of place. That bunker up there totally looks... I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a bunker way back there in the fairway. I don't think the bunker is short. Create any illusions. I mean, that left bunker kind of does, I suppose. Another gigantic green. I mean, what you make up for the length is the very smooth greens here. But again, you got a gigantic advantage so far on Master Clubs. That is an interesting pin for pin 1. Interesting pin for pin 1, that's probably too far. Yeah. Section fairway connected by a wooden bridge. Very narrow if the player's hitting driver. Yep. You don't necessarily need to hit driver here with this length. That's totally good. What happens if I hit 2-wood? 2-wood's a little iffy. It works though. It's the first bit of color I've seen in the green. That little hump. Nice little backdrop back there with the clubhouse. Alright, 9 holes down. Pay attention to the aggressive shaping of the fairway short of the green, huh? Alright, let's have a look. I'm talking about those humps. Yeah, so they probably kicked the ball a little bit. We're gonna find out because I'm gonna hit a 2-iron here. Oh, I fasted it, so I guess we're not gonna find out. Alright. The trickier holes in the course. Green placement small looks, use the slope to your advantage. Oh, I see what you're talking about with the slope. Okay. We'll see. It's a nice looking par 3 here. It actually looks nice. Alright. So that was a nice green right there. Another nice looking hole here. Have an extra look towards the green before hitting your tee shot. I pushed it right in the bunker. Oh, I got over it. Okay. This is almost the exact same green as the last one. It's almost the exact same green. Alright, it's a kidney bean to the left with a slope down down to the green. That's almost the same pin. Alright, a narrow fairway, strong from the left. Hidden bunkers in play, the player hits strong gears in the approach. Not a huge fan of this hole. I got over the bunker though. I see what you mean by the bunker. Okay. Oh, fasted it. Goodbye. Yeah, so the whole shot forces you to go left, right? And the whole dog leaves to the left, so you'd almost been better off putting the bunker on the left side of that fairway so that all the shots were to the right. So I had no real advantage going left. Alright, another long par 4. Had a good wind, luckily. Alright. I don't think I've got enough club, but we'll hit it anyway. Nope. Oh, so close. Definitely the hardest hole in the course right here. Probably plays a lot harder with the wind. Alright, so this area died in a forest fire, huh? Okay, so that's probably the area to the left. Why are there houses there, right? That's kind of my question. It's not so bad because there's a story behind it, but... It's like if a fire ravaged the area, there probably wouldn't be any houses there, depending on when the fire was. That's a good little par 4 though. See, the course, like, off the tee, like, if you're not counting the tee shots or the distance, like, the course is fine in terms of, like, the narrowness and the cleanliness and the looks and the playability. It looks fine and it plays fine. It's just too long. Right, and so on a scheduler, as a scheduler, this is the type of course where I would go down a tee. Right, and I can't really go down a tee here because then it's too short. So I kind of wish you'd put a tee in the middle, at about 7,000 yards. I'd have made it play a little bit shorter. Very slow game. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, off the tee and around the greens and stuff, it's fine. It's not my favorite course in the world, but doesn't mean it's not suitable for tour. Let me said your main problem here is what I said at the beginning. Is it's just too long for a CC tour. Probably pretty nice for like a Corn Ferry round. Right, but like I mean, what's a CC player playing Pro Club's gonna do there? Right, it's a little bit too long. Well, I killed that putt. I better go in. Oh! Free beers to the group if one makes a birdie on this hole. Huh? Oh god, look at all the bunkers. That was kind of an ugly kick. That works. I want my beer. Give me a beer. How about if I make it 2? Will you give me a beer then? Here, where's my beer? Yeah, so like I said, for me, nice course, looks well, plays well. It's just too long. Right, and some of the design decisions are just a little bit questionable for length. You know, like on your long 4s and your long 5s, you've got narrow driving areas. And then like on that long par 5 with the tree in the middle, that's a bit of a problem for Pro Club players. I know what you were going for there, but it's just like I said, my job at the beginning, right? My job is to judge its suitability for CC Tour. And with 2 tees, one being 75.58 and the other being 66.02, I couldn't schedule it, so I would pass. I mean, I definitely think that it could have a spot on tour somewhere, but it's either too long from one tee and it's too short from the other, and I wish you had a tee in the middle. So, other than that, like I said, it plays well, it looks good. It's definitely clean, and it's a nice course. It just wouldn't work for CC Tour, which is going to ding you. For me, for my score. I mean, I can see why it got through the first round. It's totally in the top half of the courses, definitely. Like I said, but going forward, I'm looking at courses that are for CC's purposes, like CC difficulty, and this just misses the barrel for me. So, you know, if you want to discuss this further, feel free to shoot me a PM on the forums. Otherwise, I'll wish you the best of luck in the contest.